Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul, and thanks for joining me. Today we've got a Dodge A100 van. And the original van, the real van that you would drive, came out roughly around 64 to 66, somewhere around there. And of course, HotWheels had their way with it, and this is what they came up with. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to make a surfing van, and the wild part about this, we're not going to use any decals. Sit back, relax, enjoy your favorite adult beverage, and join in today as we do the A100 surfing van. Let's get started with today's build.
It's time to start the autopsy.
I've already drilled out the bottom mushrooms that hold the van together. It's only got one post. It's held in the back by a couple of clips that clip into the base. So we're going to get this all stripped down and get it down to the bare metal. But today also we're going to be using some Createx paints. Here I've got the base, a metal base, and it's got some great reel riders on there. We're going to keep those on there. Here's the interior, and it's got the little pegs on there that hold the axles in place so the wheels don't flop around. But those will work pretty good. I love working with the metal bases. So those are the little tabs that hold everything in. And of course, here's the glass, and it's in really good shape, so we'll use that again. Now we're going to dip the body in some embalming fluid, or as it's known, is the citrus strip. I give it a really good coat, knock off the excess as best I can, and then I try and put it on some type of a plate, or in this case, a plastic bowl, so I can keep an eye on it. That way there, I'll know when the paint is peeled off, and we'll be able to get it stripped down and get it cleaned up and scrubbed up and ready for paint. We'll let that set for a while. We'll get back to it. Now here's the body. I went ahead and I put some primer on there, and we're going to give the base coat of the car. Now we're starting off with yellow. Now normally when I put the paint on, I'll start with the lightest color first because it's easier to cover a lighter color than it is for you to go back in with a lighter color later and put it over the darker color. So you definitely want to put your lighter colors on first. The first coat of yellow. Now we're going to start putting on some orange on the back and start fading that in. And again, you can do this with a rattle can too. I prefer the airbrush. I've been doing it for a lot of years, but the results seem to be a little bit better because with the rattle cans, you tend to put down a little bit too much paint and it gets in the little door creases and like that and takes away a lot of your detail. So if you haven't tried an airbrush before, I can help you pick one. I've got plenty of videos in the how-to section on how to select an airbrush, how to select a compressor, etc. But notice how we're getting the light fade from the back of the van. We're doing the orange and we're going to fade it into a yellow. And what I'm trying to accomplish here doing this surf van is I'm trying to accomplish making it look like a sunset. That's looking pretty good. Createx works good in the airbrushes, but I would, if you're going to do that, I would recommend you use a 0.5 needle. Really starting to look good. Now the camera isn't doing it justice, okay? I mean, once you get this down and you see it in person or on the glamour shots, you'll see a huge difference. And you definitely don't want to saturate it because, again, it'll start running. So just be a little bit careful. If you're getting anything out of this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It lets me know that you want more content, and it helps me get motivated to make more videos for you. I let that dry up some. Now I'm going to come in with a sponge, and I'm going to simulate a wave here. I dipped it in some thinned down Createx paint, and I'm trying to make a wave with the blues and the whites I'm going to put in there with the sponge. And you can experiment with this and try some different things. The worst part that happens is if you don't like the result, strip it down and do it again. You're not going to get any better with these custom cars and stuff like that if you don't come out of your comfort zone. And that's the whole idea about entering build-offs like the Four Horsemen and like that, is to help bring you out of your comfort zone so you can try new things and make your cars look that much better. If you need to find out how to sign up to get into the Four Horsemen build, and it's really great because we can bring attention to your work. And if you happen to be doing it to make a little bit of money or something like that, people are going to see the work you do, and they're going to contact you to say, hey, look, can you make me something too? So enter the Four Horsemen builds and any of the other builds that happen to come up. Again, like I said, that's the way that you get better, is by us pushing you to do new things, such as this. And again, I'm not going to use any decals on this build. Now, some of this you may have to let it dry a little bit before you continue to put on any more. But that's looking pretty wild. Once I get this done and dry, I'm going to clear coat it with my Diecast Graveyard 2K Clear, which is available at diecastgraveyard.com. And I'll be trimming up the headlights, the tail lights, etc. And I got a couple other little odds and ends I'm going to do to it to make it look that much better. This is really fun. I mean, trying to simulate the waves and things like that. Here's a glamour shot. Once I got that done, put the little bit of white in there and stuff like that. It turned out pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty wild. And here's all the pieces. I got the body, we clear coated it with my Diecast Graveyard 2K Clear, detailed it up, the door handles, etc. Here's the base, metal base with the real riders. Here's the glass in the interior. I had a great time with this, folks. And here's the surfboards I'm going to put on there. Let's put everything together and give my creation life.
Lies! Lies! Do you hear me? Give my creation life!
And here's what we started with. This Dodge A100 van. There was a lot of these vans around when I was a kid, since I'm a child of the 60s. And we took it apart, evaluated what we had with the autopsy. We stripped it all down. We gave it a really, really cool faded paint job. And glad I could show you a few tips and tricks on this too. But give it a try. You'll really enjoy it, I promise you. You'll be surprised what you can do if you try, and you'll be pleased. But this was a great time, and I'm glad we could do it for you here. And here's the result. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. This was a lot of fun. We had the surfboards on top there. We got a couple of little characters on there that I found with this particular casting that it came with. And again, it turned out really good. And like I said, folks, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and you'll be alerted to any new videos that come out. I do enjoy doing this stuff for you so you can see how you can change and do things differently. And I just truly enjoy this. Now, if you get a chance, go to my website at diecastgraveyard.com. I've got a complete array of decals, all white toner water slide decals. I've got my line of paints, my Spectre Flame paints. Not Spectra, but Spectre. You know, kind of like the ghost thing like that in Graveyard and all that stuff. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. If you got any questions, get a hold of me or put your questions in the comments. I do my best to answer every single time if you have any questions that I can help you out. I truly enjoyed having you join me today for this build. I got a lot more videos coming up and a lot more new decals and stuff on my website. I hope you all have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of the video or watch it again. It would really help. And thank you and cheers.